Hey everybody, Tim here for the next Marvel MCU movie. Captain Marvel came out 2019. So we're at phase 3, number 9, the 21st movie in the series, which I can kind of remember with this is like the second of the in-between movies. Because let's be real, after Infinity War, I mean, there was Ant-Man and then this and then Endgame. And everybody was so excited for Endgame. And they're like, okay, can we just get to Endgame? And Captain Marvel is one of those in-between movies. Still, I liked it. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really well done. I know some people had some issues with it, but I would love to talk about it. Mostly, it seems like people complained about Brie Larson, really. That she was emotionless or something. I thought she was great. I loved her character. I loved all of the development. We get to see some new levels of CGI. We've seen some de-aging before with like Kurt Russell, Michelle Pfeiffer, Robert Downey Jr., all sorts of other characters. The fact that Samuel L. Jackson is de-aged to, oh God, what is it, like 1995 for the entire movie is amazing. It's so well done. And you can tell the entire budget went to like Samuel L. Jackson being de-aged because Clark Gregg also returns as Agent Coulson. Now, granted, this entire time, he's also been doing the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show, but still, I'm not gonna lie, I was so happy to see Coulson, I was so happy to see Clark Gregg return. His CGI, his de-aging is not quite on par with Samuel Jackson. I'm not gonna lie. But his character is also, a lot less in the movie than Fury is. We also see the return of Korath and Ronan, who first made their appearances in Guardians of the Galaxy, because this movie takes place long before that one. And this is one of those where people are like, watch it in chronological order. I disagree. That's why I'm doing these videos in release order, because I think release order is a lot better. This is also the movie that came out after Stan Lee passed away, and so the entire opening credits, where normally it's pictures of the superheroes, are pictures of Stan Lee. Now, I had met Stan Lee. I have numerous autographs from him, from meeting him at various Comic-Cons and stuff like that. Like, sweet guy. But at the same time, Comic-Con, they kind of rush you in and rush you out. So it's not like we sat down and had a conversation. But, it was sad. It was really sad when he passed away. And the fact that they kind of gave him that tribute. And then, in hindsight, they also gave, the same thing with the Black Panther movie. If you look, they gave that to Chadwick Boseman. So, it was really sad to kind of see that. You know, his cameos are going to come to an end very soon. But it was really interesting. It was really good, and it was really well done. So, that's just the introduction for this movie. So the whole movie itself, this is the character that caused a rivalry, a suing war between DC and Marvel, because DC had Captain Marvel and they ended up changing his name to Shazam, which doesn't even make sense, because that's the word that he has to say to transform. So he can't be like, "Hey, I'm Shazam." He can't do that. So his name was Captain Marvel, but at the same time, in the Marvel universe, at first it was Marvel, and then it's slowly Marvel, whatever. It's really interesting. The whole movie itself, let me try to stay on target, was really good. We get to see the Kree and the Skrull Wars. Now, I always get them mixed up, I'm not gonna lie. Now, the Kree we've seen before. That's what Ronan is. And I believe that's what we saw in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Unless it was a Skrull. I don't know. I'm going to be watching that show, rewatching it very soon, so we'll find out. The Supreme Intelligence is great as a character, which I think it's funny because the Supreme Intelligence debuted, the 60s, I think. Maybe the 70s. But if you look at, Doctor Who, there's the Great Intelligence. So I feel like somebody in Marvel was like, fuck Doctor Who. We're the Supreme Intelligence. So I like that. The whole opening scene when Carol arrives on Earth, what's the first thing she crash lands into? Blockbuster! I fucking loved it. Like, I went to Blockbuster all the time as a kid. I loved it. Now, I live in Oregon. I live right outside of Portland. Oregon is the home of the last remaining Blockbuster on Earth. Which, I mean, you can buy posters, you can buy everything. If you go and visit them, like, they are very proud of being the last Blockbuster on Earth. So, in fact, that's where I got this shirt. So I'm so excited to see. As soon as I saw Blockbuster, I was like, oh, look at that. I have to wear that for this video. So the Stan Lee cameo is really amazing, and this one specifically, like, I mean, I tried when I first started to mention every single one, and then some of them are just like, yeah, there he is. He's, okay, whatever. Some of them are fantastic, like when he is a watcher, and then this one is great. Like I said, it came out, it's supposed to take place in the 90s, and where he's like, trust me, true believer, and he's reading the Mallrats script. And I remember after this movie came out, Kevin Smith posted like this big post on Facebook, which, let's be real, Kevin Smith always posts something really big. It's never just like, how you doing? And he was like, dude, I fucking cried my eyes out. Because they didn't ask him, they didn't have to, or I don't know if they did or not, whatever. But, I mean, it was amazing. All these years, Kevin Smith's been making reference to Marvel. Marvel makes reference to Kevin Smith. It was fantastic. Probably the best character in the movie is Goose. Of course, he gets his name from Top Gun, but still, it was great. It was really fun. We get to see Monica. Oh, yeah, Maria Rambeau and her daughter Monica. So Monica, little young Monica, who will go on to be in the MCU quite a bit, most notably WandaVision. It's fantastic. I love the whole, like, let's change the color scheme. The scene with the Flerken eating a Tesseract was great. I mean, at this point, I have 3 cats. I don't need another cat. But if I do get another cat, I either want to name it Goose or even just Flerken. Like, that's Flerken. What are you going to do about it? He'll eat you. The scene where, like, Fury gives Carol the beeper is great. I mean, we saw the beeper in the post-credit scene of Infinity War. So we're finally tying these things together, and I loved that. I thought it was great. The Protector Initiative, that was a little much. That was a little heavy-handed. And then when he zooms in on the picture, and it's like Carol Avenger Danvers, and he's like, it's going to be the Avengers Initiative. Really? Like, come on. Like, that was a bit much for me. But the whole movie, I loved it. I thought it was really good. I had a lot of fun with it. Did not take it too seriously. And it was just enjoyable. I'm excited to see where this character's going. Because at this point, we know, like, Iron Man's going to be retired soon. Captain America is going to be retired soon. Presumably Thor is going to be retired soon. So we need new characters. And that's why we have Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Captain Marvel, is to kind of continue these movies going. I had a lot of fun. I thought they were really good. I enjoyed it, and I'm excited to see where Captain Marvel 2 goes, and presumably the return of Monica Rambeau, especially after WandaVision. So for those who have seen it, what did you guys think of it? I love the end scene, the post credit scene, where it's after the snap, and then boom, she just shows up right there with Cap and Widow, and she's like, where's Fury? So we know she's going to be in the next movie, Endgame. So what did you think of Captain Marvel? What are you thinking of, like, we're coming to the end of the Phase 3. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'll see you guys next time for Endgame.